The Russian Revolution, Unraveling the Threads of Transformation. Introduction. The Russian Revolution of 1917 stands as one of the defining moments in modern history, reshaping the political, social, and economic landscape of Russia. This article delves into the intricacies of this revolution, exploring the factors that led to its eruption, the key players involved, and the profound consequences that reverberated far beyond the borders of the Russian Empire. Background and prelude. The seeds of discontent were sown long before 1917. The late 19th and early 20th centuries witnessed widespread social unrest, economic inequality, and political repression under the autocratic rule of the Romanov dynasty. The disastrous Russo-Japanese War and the hardships of World War I further fueled the flames of dissatisfaction among the Russian population. February Revolution, 1917. The revolution commenced in Petrograd, modern-day St. Petersburg, in February 1917, Julian calendar, sparked by food shortages, war weariness, and frustration with the Tsarist regime. Mass protests and strikes culminated in the abdication of Tsar Nicholas II, marking the end of centuries of Romanov rule. Provisional government and dual power. In the aftermath of the February Revolution, a provisional government emerged, composed of liberal and moderate socialist factions. However, this new government shared power with the Petrograd Soviet, representing workers and soldiers. This dual power structure created a complex and often contradictory political environment. April Theses and Lenin's return. Vladimir Lenin, the leader of the Bolshevik Party, returned from exile in April 1917. His April Theses outlined a radical agenda, calling for peace, land, and bread. Lenin's arrival added a revolutionary fervor to the political landscape, and the Bolsheviks gained popularity among the masses. October Revolution, 1917. The Bolsheviks, under Lenin's leadership, seized power in Petrograd in October 1917, Julian calendar. The storming of the Winter Palace marked the culmination of the October Revolution, leading to the establishment of a socialist government. Consolidation of Bolshevik rule. The newly formed Soviet government, led by the Bolsheviks, faced numerous challenges, including internal opposition, external intervention by anti-Bolshevik forces, the White Army, and the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, which ended Russia's involvement in World War I but resulted in territorial losses. Civil War, 1918–1922. The Russian Civil War erupted as various factions, including the White Army, sought to overthrow the Bolshevik government. The conflict was marked by widespread violence, economic collapse, and foreign intervention. The Red Army, loyal to the Bolsheviks, ultimately emerged victorious, solidifying Bolshevik rule. Creation of the Soviet Union. In 1922, the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, RSFSR, joined with other Soviet republics to form the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR. The establishment of the Soviet Union marked the beginning of a new era in global geopolitics. Role of the Petrograd Soviet. Explore the dynamics between the provisional government and the Petrograd Soviet, highlighting how this dual power structure influenced decision-making and governance during the early stages of the revolution. Lenin's vision and leadership. Examine Vladimir Lenin's ideological stance, his role in shaping Bolshevik policies, and the significance of his leadership in guiding the revolution towards a socialist trajectory. Formation of the Red Guard. Discuss the establishment and activities of the Red Guard, a paramilitary force aligned with the Bolsheviks, which played a crucial role in consolidating their power and maintaining order. Effects on the Eastern Front. Analyze the impact of the Russian Revolution on the Eastern Front of World War I, exploring how the withdrawal of Russia from the conflict influenced the broader war effort and geopolitical dynamics. War communism and economic policies. Detail the implementation of war communism, the economic policies adopted by the Bolsheviks during the Russian Civil War, and their consequences on agriculture, industry, and the overall economy. Role of Trotsky and Stalin. Investigate the contributions of key figures such as Leon Trotsky and Joseph Stalin to the Bolshevik cause. Discuss their roles in military strategy, political maneuvering, and the eventual ascent to power. International reactions and impact. Examine how the Russian Revolution was received on the international stage. Explore diplomatic reactions, foreign interventions, and the ideological reverberations the revolution had on socialist movements worldwide. Cultural and social changes. Explore the cultural and social transformations brought about by the revolution, including shifts in education, gender roles, and the arts. Assess how the Bolsheviks aimed to create a new socialist society. Legacy of the Russian Revolution. Discuss the long-term consequences and legacy of the Russian Revolution, both within the borders of the Soviet Union and globally. Reflect on its influence on subsequent revolutions and ideological movements. Adding these headings and details will provide a more comprehensive view of the Russian Revolution, allowing readers to delve deeper into its multifaceted nature and enduring impact. Opposition forces. Explore the various opposition forces that emerged during the Russian Civil War, including the White Army, Green Army, and other factions. Analyze the factors contributing to internal conflicts and their impact on the revolutionary landscape. Creation of the Soviet Union. Detail the process through which the Soviet Union was officially established, including the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, the Red Army's campaigns, and the formation of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, USSR. Famine and epidemics. Examine the widespread famine and epidemics that plagued Russia during and after the revolution. Discuss the challenges faced by the new government in addressing these crises and their consequences on the population. Bolshevik reforms. Explore the series of reforms initiated by the Bolshevik government in areas such as land redistribution, nationalization of industry, and the establishment of the Chayka. Assess the successes and shortcomings of these policies. Role of women in the revolution. Highlight the significant contributions of women to the revolutionary cause. Discuss their involvement in politics, the military, and social movements, as well as the changes in women's rights and roles. Execution of the Romanovs. Provide details about the controversial execution of the Romanov royal family and its implications for the course of the revolution. Discuss the circumstances leading to their demise and the symbolic significance of this event. International relations post-revolution. Investigate how the new Soviet government engaged with other nations following the revolution. Explore diplomatic challenges, alliances, and the Red Scare's impact on international relations. Art and propaganda. Examine the role of art and propaganda in shaping the narrative of the revolution. Discuss iconic artworks, literature, and the use of visual imagery to convey political messages. Cultural opposition and dissent. Explore instances of cultural opposition and dissent within Soviet society. Discuss how intellectuals, artists, and dissidents responded to the revolutionary changes and censorship. These additional headings can help you cover a broader spectrum of topics related to the Russian Revolution, offering a more nuanced and comprehensive understanding of this pivotal historical event. Reconciliation and the New Economic Policy, NEP. Explore the shift in Bolshevik policies with the introduction of the New Economic Policy, NEP. Discuss how this temporary retreat from strict socialism allowed for a degree of private enterprise, contributing to economic recovery and social stability. Kronstadt Rebellion. Examine the Kronstadt Rebellion of 1921, where sailors and workers in Kronstadt, a naval fortress, revolted against Bolshevik rule. Analyze the causes, demands, and the harsh suppression of the rebellion, reflecting tensions within the revolutionary movement. Transition to Stalinism. Investigate the factors that led to the consolidation of power by Joseph Stalin and the transition from Lenin's leadership to the era of Stalinism. Discuss key events, political strategies, and the impact on Soviet society. These additional headings provide insights into specific aspects of the Russian Revolution, offering readers a more detailed exploration of critical events and developments during this transformative period in history. Conclusion. The Russian Revolution of 1917 was a multifaceted and transformative event that reshaped the destiny of a vast empire. From the initial stirrings of discontent to the establishment of a socialist state, the revolution's impact echoed across the 20th century. The Russian Revolution not only changed the course of Russian history but also left an indelible mark on the global political landscape.